And I think that brings up the topic of video games. So like video games could be essentially like, okay, my son is a little bit hyperactive. My daughter's a little bit hyperactive. So I'm going to just give them Minecraft. Right. I'm going to give them Roblox. I'm going to just get on the PlayStation, get on the PC, and just give me some space.
Yeah.
And some of those things can be beneficial, but again, unmonitored. You can have a credit card bill that you didn't expect.
Yeah.
You can have somebody talking to your child that is not a child and saying. And so, if we're too hands off, even with video games, it could be a dangerous thing. So for video games, a lot of people will go, okay, I just give it to them for more as an escapism. Yeah. But why should I be worried? It seems like it's helping. It seems like they're fine. It seems like there's nothing normal happening, nothing abnormal is happening in their behavior. But the truth is, there is some negative effects to video games, similar to just being on your phone too long. And so, can you talk about the pros and cons of that?
So I like to say that video games are actually the purest form of social media.
Yeah.
Because the vast majority of video game consumption is done with other people. Right. Either, most games these days, especially the ones that younger kids are playing, are multiplayer. Minecraft, Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Roblox. Like they're multiplayer games. And even the ones that aren't, but then in addition to the ones that are, people are then also watching their favorite content creators. Pretty much every big content creator right now is integrating some way with video games because it's so prevalent. Depending on the study you see, as much as 70% of Gen Z and Gen Alpha are playing video games every day.
Yeah,
it's a huge thing. Even to the point of where like traditional media people like Stephen A. Smith, he's got that one segment where he's like reacting to like video game and like anime content because he just realizes like this is
it's blowing up.
This is happening, and so I think when you look at the studies, there's actually not a lot of conclusive studies, meaning what I mean by, I guess what I'm trying to say by conclusive is there's not a lot of conclusion. There's a lot of debate on whether playing the video games does anything negative to your brain.
Right.
There's as many stats that say it's good versus bad. There are also just as many, like if you were to put it in ChatGPT or you pull it in like to gather like all these reports, you could easily make a case that there's as many negative potential components to traveling sports as it is to video games. Obviously they'd be different factors.
Right.
And so what I think is the number one, for sure, most dangerous element of video games is actually what's the most dangerous about Instagram and phones is the social part, which is you don't know who your kid is talking to.